Hello, this is the Queen Who cares for you. I am back again. I mean, I am very intrigued today with this little book, Dr. Miles Monroe, and I'm going to give you another uh, truly blessed gold nugget that you can truly put in your Lucky Charm bag and hold on to with all your dear heart, soul, and mind close to your heart. And here it goes. Excuse me. Many men don't have a vision for their lives because they are not committed to a higher power and to seeking out the will of that area. If a man does not have a relationship with the higher power, he cannot fully function in his purpose. Now that is so true because you know what? You have to have a spiritual life. You have to have some type of spiritual life. I always say that you got to have somebody higher than yourself to look up to, because when you go through all kind of different trials and tribulation in your life, and you just can't think and look inside yourself to get the answer, or you might not have nobody around you that can mentor you or whatever, or you probably just done talked everybody's head off about the same old thing. You got to have a higher power that you can go to and cry to give you answers. Just like I say, a lot of people say, yeah, it's okay to talk to yourself, but don't answer yourself. I say talk to yourself and answer yourself on a regular, because sometimes you're just not going to have enough people, have people in your circle that's going to encourage you. Even in the good book, it says, in the Bible, it says David encouraged himself. And you do have to encourage yourself, because even me um as a influencer and motivation and encourager, and I have to encourage myself, because a lot of times I don't have people in my circle that's, that's head telling, don't worry, it's gonna be good, you got it, and all this kind of stuff. I don't even much have, I don't have that in my circle. So guess what? I have to do it myself. I have to encourage my own self. I have to look to the universe for my answers, to give me power and strength to do what I need to do. Because guess what? Everybody, we got the power is in ourselves. We have to look inside ourselves. The magic is in ourselves. We can make anything happen. I always say that we all are co-creators. We can co-create anything we want to create. If you can, just like one of my favorite YouTubers I listen to, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. And just like I tell everybody, everything you see with your naked eye, somebody has created in their mind. They first thought of it, they meditated, they believed it, they was consistent, focused, they did probably their affirmations, they prayed, whatever they did, they brought it into reality. So we have to do the same thing. We have to bring it into reality. And we have to have someone higher than ourselves, someone that we can, something that we can believe in to hold on. The power is within yourself, really. You are the God. You are the God in yourself. You have to go deep within yourself. And like I say, this, I guess I'm just so much on this. The universe download this in my spirit, because I don't know, look like our men just done snapped. They just done went crazy. They just done look like went on. They just want to kill up. They want to kill they want to kill the wife, the girlfriend, the churn, the whole darn family. Come on now. It's gonna have. It's we who have platforms. We need to be on these platforms, and we just have to make a noise. We gonna have to make a noise. We gonna have to make. We got to use. We got platforms. We gonna use these platforms to make a noise, and we gonna have to make a noise and say, "Hey, it got to stop happening. It got to stop happening. It got to. Y'all got to. Y'all men, if this woman, if you got to be arguing back and forth, it's best for you to say, you know what? I'm not finna do all this tonight. Let me spend the night at a hotel. Let me spend the night at a friend's house. Let me just move out for a while. Maybe I need some me time. Whatever. You got to do something. Because you know what? Like I said, when you go back and forth and you shooting them words, he's saying something, you saying something, he's saying something, y'all both saying the same. Instead of just somebody got some good sense and say, you know what? Let us sit down and just come to agreement. Let us talk. Well, what you think we should do and what you think we should do. Okay, let's write this down on paper. Let's write this on the paper. Well, maybe why shouldn't we do it this way? Well, why, you write down what you think you should do. She right, play a little game with it. I mean, get creative. Okay, instead of just arguing and fussing and fighting, and then it come to where y'all got to pick up. You mean tell me an argument turned so drastic and bad till somebody got to end up getting killed? That just don't make no sense to me. I just can't. Ooh, I just can't understand it. I mean, you mean to tell me you arguing about business that darn much until somebody just killed themselves? I mean, sorry, that you can take up a gun, a knife, or choke somebody out because of business? Whew, you had a bad squeaking you from the beginning. But like I say, y'all, the red flags are there. This stuff like this don't happen overnight. Red flags, it's a whole bunch of red flags show up before it occurs. Before it occurs. A man or a woman gonna show you who they are way before a tragedy take place like this. Way before. But you know what? You turn a deaf ear. You say, well, you know what? They're just having a bad day. It'll get better. You know, I can change her. I can change him. But you know what? You just stay with it. You want to be a ride or die. You want to be a ride or die man. You want to be a ride or die woman until something take a toll for the worse. And then you wonder why you got it. And then you wonder how you got over here and she got over there. And he in prison. She dead. He in prison. It's just a mess. A mess. I mean, and like I said, we have to use. You got to have this right here. This book right here. It probably showed up for a reason because I had this book so long and I just ran across it. I just ran across this book, and I had this book so long, but it showed up for a time such as this because I'm sure going to be using this because it's very much needed. And don't mind me. I will be talking. I will be reading some quotes for women as well because they need it too. But right now, I think the men need it worse. I really do. I really, really do. I think the men need it worse. But I tell you, family, I love these little quotes, and I hope y'all loving them too. I see that, I got some, few views that been looking at them, but I hope that I have more people looking at them. And this is I'm probably going to read another one. It says, true vision can be found only in, well, I'm going to read it like this. I rephrase some stuff because some stuff but I'm going to read it just how it is. So, I'm going to read it just how it is. You aren't fulfilling your purpose as a man until you can hear from the voice of God. You aren't fulfilling your purpose as a man until you start speaking and affirming the word of God in your life. I'm going to read it again. You aren't fulfilling your purpose as a man until you hear the voice of God. You aren't fulfilling your purpose as a man until you start speaking and affirming the word of God in your life. You aren't fulfilling your purpose as a man until you can hear the voice of God. You aren't fulfilling your purpose as a man until you start speaking and affirming the word of God. And you know what? You have to, like I said, you have to have a power. You have to, a man, he got to have a high power. He the man of the house. And he can't let, the woman is not to be run, she is your assistant. She ain't running everything. She's your assistant. And she's helping you and supporting you of the decision that you are making. Now, if he asks you and say, hey, babe, what you think of this, or blah, 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 yeah, you can give your input and stuff like that, and, if it makes sense and y'all come to agreement and everything, hey, y'all flow with it. But going, arguing, that shouldn't be. It shouldn't be as well. It should not be no arguing in the house. It shouldn't be no fussing and fight, no arguing and screaming unless it is a fire. If it's a fire in the house, then you're going to holler and scream, honey, get out the house now. Yeah. But other than that, it shouldn't be no screaming and hollering in the household. And you know what? That's why I tell people, people there ask me, oh, you don't want to be in a relationship, you want to be in a relationship, you know what? I feel in my spirit right now, I done did that, done that. I done had my kids, did my debt to society. I done been married 3 times. I done did my debt to society. Right now, it's time for me to use all my life experience and wisdom and all this kind of stuff to help those that really need it. It's here. Like the Bible say, the older women, we have to teach the young ones. And that is the young men. We can give advice to the young men, but we definitely have to teach the young women because the way they dressing and carrying on out there with all. I mean, y'all young women, we know y'all got nice figures and all this kind of stuff. You got your brand new BBL did, and your all this stuff did, and your stomach tucked in, and hey, you looking snatched and all this, but you ain't got to show all your derriere. You don't have to show it. If you want to have all that there, that's fine and dandy. But you ain't got to be out there, letting your kids and other kids see your butt cheek and dressing ratchet and all this kind of stuff and shaking your butt. And some of y'all older women, yeah, y'all got it going on too. Y'all all snatched up too. You got women in their 50s, 60s, 70s looking like they 35 and 40 and all this kind of stuff. But you ain't got to be wearing all that stuff. Hey, when I go places and I get all dolled up and all that. I mean, I don't wear a lot of makeup, but I get all, I'm looking bright and nice. Oh, boy, people can't believe I'm in my 60s, 40. I have more younger men hitting on me and all that. But I'm not showing my behind and thighs, and I'm fully dressed. Fully dressed from the neck on to the ankles. And you have to be sophisticated with it. We are here to set examples, to be mentors and teachers and counselors and coaches for our young generation. We cannot be out there just acting like we 20 years old. We done did that, done that, and it's time for us to help other people to get where we once was. But with that being said, family, I am getting ready to end my video. And I hope you guys continue to have a wonderful, marvelous, what's today, Thursday? Have a marvelous, thriving, thankful Thursday. And I will see you guys in my next video. Peace, love, and happiness.